Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. Before I get started, I'm going to have you check out my link in the comments below. It's to my book, You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. So today we were learning in a lesson, and it's a powerful talk, I Am He by Jeffrey R. Holland. If you look at LDS.org or the Church of Jesus Christ.org, November 2024 conference. I think it was November 24. It could have been November 23 even, but it is a talk given by Jeffrey R. Holland called I Am He. Even if you put in the search bar I Am He, it'll pull up that talk. But it's a beautiful, beautiful talk. And so many truths in there, no matter what you find your faith is or where your faith is, or if you belong to a religion, it doesn't matter. There are so many truths in this talk, and it's all truth, and it's beautiful. But a comment was made. I had made a comment of how, before in my unhealthy mind frame for 30 plus years, mind you, I was in just a dark spot and not a good spot. And I just was stuck, and I didn't feel of God's connection. I didn't feel of his love. And it was because of my choices, my choosing, my actions and things that were taking me away from him. It wasn't God going away from me. It was me actually going away from God. And then somebody commented after me that they said that sometimes we don't have a choice. Sometimes we don't have a choice on how we do things. And I'm here to say you always have a choice. We always have a choice on how we approach life. We don't have a choice on what happens to us, on what others do to us. We don't have a choice in that kind of sense. But God is a loving Father in heaven, and he gives us agency and he gives us choice. But I can kind of relate to that comment, because when I was in an unhealthy state of mind, I didn't think I had a choice. I didn't think I had a choice to be happy. I didn't think I had a choice to overcome my weaknesses. I didn't think I had a choice to be anything different than what was, because I was such in a dark spot, and I didn't have hope. I didn't have a lot of faith, and I didn't have a connection. And I didn't realize it was because of the choices I was making. I didn't realize. But God gives us agency, and we all have a choice. We all have a choice. We all get to choose. And this person said, sometimes we don't get to choose. And I'm here to say we get to choose always. We don't choose what people do to us, but we get to choose how we react and how we are through our hard and our trials. We all can see people in our lives where they're like, wow, this person has been dealt a bad hand, and this person has been dealt a bad hand, but this person seems to be so much more happy than this person. And why is that? And it's because of what they choose to do. It's what they choose to focus on in their heart. Are they choosing the healing path, the road to healing? Are they choosing to stay optimistic? Are they choosing to take the high road? Are they choosing to come out stronger, or are they choosing to be the victim? And this was me. I chose to be the victim for so many years. I chose to be the victim, and it definitely has an impact on how we respond to things. So I am here to say that we all have a choice whether we feel this connection with God or not. And we get in our own way. That's something that I had mentioned in my comment, is we are the ones that get in our own way when it comes to having a relationship with God. Because I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I was good enough to be loved by God. I thought that I was too far gone. I thought that I made too many mistakes. I thought, how could he love me for being such an unhappy, yelling mom and a nagging wife all the time? I just didn't feel like I was worthy of his love. I had no self-esteem, no self-worth. And so I just was stuck and in the victim mindset. When I hit rock hard bottom, when I hit that hard rock bottom spot, I came to know that with God and Christ at my side, I came to know that that was a choice. When I was in my dark all the time, it's not that I didn't have any God in my life. I went to church every week. I did. I went to church, and I was going through the motions. Each week I was going to church, but I was not feeling like a Christian throughout the week because I wasn't being a hearer and a doer. I wasn't taking it into my heart and my mind and connecting them. I was just going through the motions, because just doing what I thought I needed to do, and it's not that it didn't help. It helped, but I didn't put forth the effort. I didn't put in the work. And so God taught me that I was lukewarm. I was lukewarm. I wasn't hot in the gospel. I wasn't cold. I wasn't entirely cold, because I was active in my church, and I was participating, but I was very, very lukewarm to cool. I was cool to lukewarm. I wasn't warm and on fire. And there's a difference in how we respond to things. And so it was when I hit rock bottom that God taught me how to love myself. He taught me that I was valuable to him, that he will take us as we are, right where we're at, right where we are at. He will take us as we are and work with us from there. God knew I had no self-esteem. God knew I was struggling spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, and sometimes physically, but it was mostly the other three. And he knew right where I was at. But it took me to become humble. It took me to humble myself and swallow my pride and say, okay, God, I keep doing the same things over and over and over, expecting different results, and nothing's happening. It took me swallowing my pride, saying, show me the way. Show me how. Show me how to be happy. Show me, where do I get this happiness? Man's search for happiness. They've had so many books on men's search for happiness. There's even a book called that, I believe, by a wonderful gentleman that had survived the World War II. There's been so many quests, search for happiness. But God taught me that happiness is found within. God had taught me that it wasn't from anything going on outside of myself that I couldn't control. But we can control whether we are happy or not. We get to choose. We get to choose Christ or not. Christ is joy. Christ is happiness and love. And we get to either choose it or not. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. And when we are not feeling like we have this connection with God, we are our own enemy, getting in our way. We are getting in our own way of not having that connection that we so desperately need. We all need to have this connection. I definitely need it. Like it's just this connection that helps us to navigate. If I didn't have the connection, I would feel like I am just wandering amiss with no particular goal, no particular set path that I'm going on. And so it's important to keep that in mind, that we always have a choice. So we always have a choice in how we feel. And if we're not liking the way we feel, we have that power. God is in us. Christ is in us. We have that power within us to change. We can change on any level spiritually. You don't feel that connection to God, you can change that. You can change that. If you don't have that emotional, you don't feel like you're emotionally stable, you have that power within you to change that. It's God and Christ within that creates all healing. If you are not where you want to be mentally, if you're having brain fog, and if you're, or you're just not able to retain the information, or if you're not stable mentally because you got too many things going on, Christ and God are there to help. And physically, same thing. We are to rely on them at all times for strength. It takes us to be submissive, and it takes us to swallow our pride. And I am learning that every day. There are so many things that I find so hard to do, but on a day-to-day basis, we can and will overcome through Christ. It takes a lot of hard work. It's not an easy road. The road less traveled is the most desired road, because that right there is the road to greatness, the road to happiness, and the road to success. But sometimes it's a lonely road, and Christ understands that road more than anybody else. Christ understands. He had to feel the most lonely, and in that talk it talks about it. I am he. Look it up. Elder Jeffrey R. Holland has such a beautiful way of speaking, and every line is just full of meat, if you know what I mean. In the gospel of Jesus Christ, you can have the milk or the meat. You could do the milk. The milk are just the easy primary answers. Pray, read your scriptures, do this, but he has the meat of it. If you're wanting more, if you're ready to learn more, if you're ready to go on a whole new level in your relationship with God, this talk and studying other like-minded talks by apostles of Jesus Christ, it is truly amazing. In fact, I want to take this talk and really dissect it, because it is truly amazing. Just going over it in an hour in class today was not enough. It was not enough time. And so I encourage you guys, I will share that link to this talk in the comments below as well, because it is so important. I find it of so much value. The words spoken in this talk is just amazing. And so the biggest advice I can say is get out of your own way. Get out of your own way and realize that you have the power to make decisions that will have a powerful effect on your own life and other lives around you. So that beautiful thing called agency, we all have. We all can choose. It's not that sometimes we don't get to choose. We get to choose all the time, every minute of every day, of how we show up and how we respond and what we put into our mouths, what we put into our minds, whether it's the books we read, the music we listen to, the television programs and the things that we watch. We get to choose whether it edifies and builds us or it's corroding at our disintegration. It's just as simple as that. So the choice is, we all have the choice. God bless. Please like and subscribe to my channel, share it with others, and until next time, we'll be talking to you later. Bye.